And what up everybody, it's Anime Junkie, and today we're doing part 6 to what if Deku could use Haki. And now, let's get to the intro.
I'm not the one you wanna fuck with. Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Waiting, trying to get myself a lamb color custom for the game. Leave him hanging by his chain. Click bang, feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feeling sane. And it's slowly feeling flames, feeling fog to my brain, bringing more. Please still, no glory.
Okay, so last time, All Might find out how the horrible training that Deku actually went through to actually get his amazing power. So it's the next morning from the sludge attack where All Might, he tells everything about his quirk and how he can pass it on and stuff. And now Deku is the 9th user of One For All. He hasn't got the quirk yet, but that'll happen soon. So it's the next morning. Deku meets up at the beach really early in the morning. So then All Might actually creates this really amazing strength and speed test or training ground for him at the beach. So he's like, go ahead, start, and if you can pass this, you're strong enough to handle my quirk. Deku looks at the training ground and he's like, that's it? Okay, got it. And then a second passes and Deku's already on the other side. All Might looks at Deku and is like, what did you just do? Did you jump over? Did you cheat? Did you go through every single nook and cranny of that training exam? And Deku's like, yeah, of course I did. It was just really easy. This is not even my morning workout. My morning workout was harder than this. All Might looks embarrassed and he's like, oh yeah, this is the warm-up of the warm-up. So don't worry, it's gonna get really hard. So All Might tells him to go stretch over there somewhere, and he'll use that time to actually think of a workout that will really give him a boost and something. So a whole minute passed, he still hasn't think of anything to actually give him a challenge. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna distract him with the quirk. So All Might goes up to Deku, he's like, okay, I understand that you're really good. So I think your body is strong enough to handle my quirk. So he pulls out a hair off of his head and gives it to Deku, and he's like, eat it. Deku looks really weird. I was like, wait, what? Eat it? What are you talking about? He's like, you can only get my quirk after absorbing my DNA. So that's why I gave you my strand of hair. And then Deku's like, oh, I understand now. Okay. Deku eats it and he's like, I don't really feel that different. All Might says, of course. I mean, it has to digest first and go inside your bloodstream. So probably after a good workout, it will digest and then you'll be able to use the quirk. But let me warn you, if you use the quirk, it might actually make your limbs shoot out. Well, if you're good enough for that training, I think you won't really have that much damage on you. So All Might tells Deku, we're gonna go for a long run now. Let's go. We gotta activate that digestion system inside you. So they go for a long run. All Might's really puffed out. He's like, he's dying. Actually not dying, but he's really tired. And Deku's just like, oh, this is just like a walk in the park. So All Might tells him, okay, let's take a break now. Let's go back to the beach and then we can see if the quirk actually manifested inside you or not. So Deku's really pumped. So he goes full force back to the beach and All Might's just left there in the dust. He's like, fine, I'll catch up. Just go ahead. So Deku's been waiting for an hour already for All Might to actually catch up, and then finally he catches up. He's like, oh, come on, All Might, I've been waiting for like an hour already. And he's like, kid, I'm like 50 years old. Calm down. Okay, so let's try the quirk already. Just imagine all the power coming up in your hand and you throwing a punch, and just imagine me throwing one of my strong punches. Like the one in the sludge villain attack. Just think of that while you're actually punching. So try it now. Deku's like, okay, let's do it. He throws a punch and it creates this giant shockwave. This huge amount of water from the sea is being pushed back into the sea, and there's just this big hole in the beach. And then slowly after time, water is collecting up in it, and Deku's just there is like, oh, I thought this quirk is supposed to injure my body if I don't have control over it. And then Alma's like, did you put all of your force in it? And Deku's like, yeah, I did. I put every single bit of my power into it. All Might's shocked. He's like, that means your body is already strong enough to contain 100% of One For All. And Deku's like, I guess that means we don't have to train anymore, right? All Might's shocked. He's like, wait, oh no, we still have to train. You still don't know how to control and spread the power throughout your body yet, so we still have to train about that. So we still have to train. But to be able to control 100% of One For All easily when you're this age, that's kind of surprising. I mean, I controlled One For All at my age, but I didn't think it would be you. I think I was just a lucky case. Anyways, I'm gonna make you meet someone, my old friend. He's also my teacher. His name's Gran Torino. He's gonna be the one who's teaching you how to maneuver your quirk and be efficient with it. He was also the person who taught me how to maneuver my quirk and fight normally. Deku's really surprised. Oh my god, I'm gonna meet All Might's teacher? I'm so excited! So All Might's like, okay, we're gonna do a bit of more training until you go back home and go back to school, because you still have to go to school, right? Deku's like, oh yeah, I forgot about it. Anyways, yeah, I do have to go to school. What's this training? Almost like you have to spread the power through you. This time you're not releasing it, but you're keeping it inside, like a water inside a wine glass, moving smoothly. And Deku's like, oh, that makes sense. And he does it. He achieves full cowling. Yep, and he ends up calling it too full cowling. He can spread it easily because he knows he's already dealt with energy before. He knows how to spread energy, so he knows how to visualize those images that All Might is talking about. And since he's fluent with energy because he's been training for 5 years with that, I think Deku's a better expert than All Might right now, because All Might still had to go through some intense training with Gran Torino to be fluent in fighting and get stronger, but Deku is a really special case. All Might was also a special case, but Deku is an even more special case because he's a prodigy. He can control energy. He also has this amazing superpower that he learned from training. He also has a really durable and strong body to keep all that power in and not basically harm his own body with his quirk that he got from All Might. So some of you might disagree with how I'm making Deku this overpowered, but as you guys know, if you're my fans, I love overpowered characters, especially Deku, because he started off really weak and I wanted to see how it would affect the story if he was really overpowered. Same with other anime characters, like what if Naruto had all chakra natures and stuff like that? Or what if Goku was born with Ultra Instinct? And what if Deku was born with Ultra Instinct? So I just love OP characters, and I hope you guys love them too as much as I do. So in this 10 months, he's gonna be visited by Gran Torino. He's gonna teach him how to maneuver. He's gonna be better at maneuvering One For All because he only had about 2 weeks or maybe even 3 weeks max training with Gran Torino, and he mastered full cowling. I mean, a little bit because he tripped up in that training exercise after the internships. So this time is much more efficient and faster at activating and controlling his full cowling. And he also actually tells Gran Torino of his other power and the backstory about that. So Gran Torino actually thinks of that and keeps it in mind while he's training him, and he allows him to use and manipulate his own Haki and One For All at the same time in his fighting style. So Deku is probably considered a pro of the pro because he can defeat Gran Torino, maybe All Might. I don't know if you guys want to think of that way, but I think he could be All Might. I mean, with 100%, Deku's 100% is way stronger than All Might's 100% because he's the 9th successor. And not only that, he has like Haki that nullifies any other quirk, or any quirk that is, it's basically like the Haki compared to Devil Fruits in the One Piece universe. He can attack people physically that aren't basically harmed by physical attacks, and that's basically it. So the Sludge Villain is a perfect example. Like, he isn't affected by any physical attacks, but when somebody has Haki covered in their fist, they are able to hurt someone with a malleable body like the Sludge Villain. So 10 months fly easily because the training was so fun, and the amount of improvement Deku has made is brilliant. And probably near the end of those 10 months, he actually met other pro heroes because Gran Torino and All Might wasn't enough to actually teach him more. So we ended up learning martial arts from Gunhead, the same teacher that taught Uraraka how to use her martial arts. He also learned that, and he also implemented it with his grandfather's martial arts, so there's like this combination thing with that too. So Deku is a straight up beast. He's like, nope, nobody ain't gonna hurt me. I'm gonna be the #1 hero, the greatest hero, and the symbol of peace. So he's really happy. Oh, and when he's alone by himself, he actually trains with his Haki, so he actually learns more Haki and the other quirks side to side. So he's also improving on his Haki side, also his physical and his one for all side. So it's a pretty cool mashup. So I'm just actually wasting time here because I don't want to start a stage in the anime just before this series is about to end. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this What If series. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for my future videos, and as always, Anime Junkie out.